Alright, hello and welcome everyone. DudeManSound3 here /DM20,000 and welcome back to Fire Emblem 7 for the GBA. In the last part, do you know what happened?
Well, as far as I can remember, if you're on chapter 6, that means you're starting to make the campaign down. I think you just recruited Sarah and Urk.
Oh yeah, we had fun with magic.
Incidentally, hi, I'm Bulborbish. I'm just jumping in.
Yep. I recruited this guy for my team because he was, he knows a lot more about Fire Emblem than I do. A lot more.
Oh, yeah, it's the Thief and Nomad.
Oh yeah, you
chapter.
get two cool characters from this.
Sorry, I'm kind of rusty on Lynn's story. I mostly, when I play, just skip to the main game.
I really like Lynn's story, so it was fine for me to actually go back into this because, well, I really like Lynn as a character anyways. Well, she's a much better lord than, well, friggin' Eliwood, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, Eliwood's kind of the worst one.
But he's still much better than his son.
Yeah, so, for context, so Fire Emblem 6 is, Roy's game. Roy is Eliwood's son. And he's okay stat-wise. He just mostly suffers from... Out of all lords, he is the only one in the entire series that only promotes at the very end of his game. So he only has one chapter to level up, so unfortunately he's kinda bad because of it.
Yeah, but if you may recognize Roy from Smash Brothers Melee.
That was actually to advertise his game.
Yeah, the game hadn't been released before he was in that game, which was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Fire Emblem was so popular in Melee that that's the reason why they brought it over here in the States.
Yeah.
Why does it look like a thief is wielding like a skull? Do you notice that?
I can guess that a few things, but to be honest, sometimes the sprites are a little weird.
It's like, look at that. It's like, it looks like he has a skull on.
Well, maybe thieves carry skulls with them.
They're Hamlet? Or they're Shakespearean. I lost my face for this CG.
Hey, thief, you should be happy. You even got the feature in the CG. You're like the most important minor character yet.
Wait, I was there? Wait.
No, the thief was. Did you see in the bottom left?
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought it was like the tactician appeared again, and I was happy.
The tactician never appears.
He appeared once in one CG.
It's an exaggeration. I'm sorry.
Well, he does appear. It's like
for being the first My Unit character, the tactician is kinda not very big. I mean, they expand upon My Units in later games. It's just
later, as in 2 games. Or down technically 3, actually.
Yeah, but really the major role that matters for us in the US is pretty much only Awakening, since we never got Heroes of Light and Dark.
Yeah, we don't have Chris, so Chris just faded into darkness, like he did in history, actually, by Fire Emblem canon.
But to be fair, Heroes of Light and Dark kind of makes Marfa wuss.
I haven't played it in full.
It very much makes him a lot more insecure than he was in the original.
He seemed a lot more better in Shadow Dragon, all things considered. The thief just entered someone's home. What, was he just hiding for here? Just like, oh, I need to take place at some guy's house for this?
Well, to be fair, he is a thief, and thieves kind of have a bad record stat-wise. He kind of is wise to hide. Now. Yeah,
but, well, hiding in just some place just for this, it looked like he just wanted to peer in the battle as well.
Yeah.
We had to go through the most complex secret passageway there is, in which case we have no idea how this worked.
And remember, it only opens from the outside.
Yeah, and that's the damnedest thing.
I'm not gonna ask since the secret passage, I assume, is so the king can escape, or the lord, or whatever, I can't remember. Why is the only entrance from the outside? I don't know.
Why is it only from the outside? Why are they in 3 different places? And why are they all separate each other like that? That's... What happened to keys?
Well, to be fair, you do need keys, but I don't know where those are.
Apparently Sarah, Urk, and Dorcas were hiding inside Lynn.
Well, I can see how Sarah and Urk maybe just not appear next to Lynn, but Dorcas I don't understand.
I don't know either.
Oh well, so time for Matthew.
Yeah.
Matthew's pretty much standard thief. He's a bit on the higher end stat-wise than some other thieves. He's not the most ridiculous thief, but to be fair, he's not in a game where thieves can do ridiculous things. If this was an earlier Fire Emblem like Fire Emblem 4 or 5, thieves can do a lot in those games.
And this is our only thief for a while. So...
Yeah, so Matthew is going to get some pretty heavy use. Unlike other thieves in other games, which I will not mention.
Oh, well, what do you mean by crazy things?
So, what I'm kind of referring to, Fire Emblem 4, so it had a thing where you can repair any equipment. The Hammer and A staff didn't exist. You could just repair equipment in your main castle. But it cost a lot of gold. And one thief in that game was the only source of infinite gold, since he had a weapon which he earned gold every time he attacked people.
Wait, Leaf? Leaf?
I can't remember. Not Leaf. Leaf is Fire Emblem 5.
Because I remember...
And the second half of 4.
Yeah, because I remember...
there is a... It's only is in the first half of Fire Emblem 4, but there is a virtually infinite money trick, which pays a lot of money with a thief. Or wait, no. He just earned money when he killed people, I think. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've played 4 too.
Well, I was about to say, it's like, the reason why I brought up Leaf was because I remember in Awakening, there's this item, or there's this sword called Leaf's Blade, that whenever you... I think it's whenever you attack someone, you were able to score 1,000 gold.
That is actually a reference to the mechanic in Thracia 776 or Fire Emblem 5, where you looted equipment off of... You could capture enemies and loot equipment off of them. Since the main premise of it is... of Thracia 776 was you're a rebel group. You can't really buy much from shops, nor do you have a lot of money to begin with, so you have to loot almost all your equipment.
Oh, that's interesting, because you can't loot in this game. You can only just... Yeah. Well, unless the enemy is carrying money on them, in which case you can steal that when you kill them.
Yeah. Only a few games did it, and to be fair, those sometimes you can get ridiculous, like in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, it is actually possible to steal a Siege Tome, and then make it with the buff at the very end, which makes all of the first weapons equipped by your party infinite use. You can have an infinite use Siege Tome.
Wow.
It gets worse. It is possible with certain stat gains to get double hit with Siege Tomes.
Okay, well, I've heard conflicting things about Radiant Dawn, so I have no idea about how it works mechanic-wise.
That is actually possible. Now, was it practical? Not really. I mean, Siege Tome's minimum range is much higher than the maximum range of most weapons, so practical.
I see. Oh, well, but... Shit, I need to hunt down a copy for Radiant Dawn, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
I'll figure out something someday. What do you think about Rath?
Rath?
Yeah, he's the Nomad.
Oh, the Nomad? So, I mean, this is kind of a general Fire Emblem thing. If a bow is intended to be their primary weapon or one of their primary weapons, it's kind of easy to pass over them. Just because, in general, bow users can only attack during your turn. And in battles, most of the fighting is done during the enemy's turn. So, it kind of works out that bow users aren't that strong, in general.
Well, they're not, but I still find a good use for them. But if I had to choose between, like, magic users versus them, then, well, I'd definitely pick magic users.
I would give a few exceptions to bow users in later games, which you can actually level up outside of battle, since that kind of makes it easier for them to get experience.
Oh, wait, there was a trick that you could do in Sacred Stones, I think, where, like, Nami can go into the arena and just, like,
so you're referring, since Nami in Sacred Stones has a pretty decent magic resist stat, you can actually send her into the arena, and since it puts her in the ranged enemy list, you'll mostly fight either bowmen, which you should be roughly even to, or you'll fight magic users, which Nami is really good against. She's pretty much purpose-built as a mage killer.
That's interesting.
So you can get a lot of gold.
Yeah, that's from what I've heard. I have to try that out. I'm coming out to a chapter where it has an arena, so might as well use her then.
Yep.
But also, I need to refer to this. Rath is your highest level unit as of right now. He's at a level 7, I think. And he has a short bow, which increases critical.
Yeah, it's essentially equivalent to the killing edge for bows in this game. Before they had just killer bow.
But,
it's more like a little killer bow. I think there is a killer bow in this game.
You're just a little killer, aren't you?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the only thing that he has. He's still a really good unit at this point in the game, but I refuse to use him because he is the highest level out of all of us. So
and to be honest, Rath kind of has really bad availability, where he's present for the Lyn chapters, then you don't get him back, I want to say, till you get Lyn's party back.
I think that's when it happens, but I'm not entirely certain.
And at that point, he starts facing the fact that he just doesn't have really good stat growths.
Yeah, and then you gotta wait for an Orion's bow to get some really good use out of him.
So, all combined together, he kind of isn't useful. Oh,
Dorcas, why?
I mean, to be fair, for one stat level ups, that's pretty much the best you can get. To be fair, on Dorcas, but
that's still no excuse. He should get more. You disappoint Natalie, Dorcas. You disappoint your own fucking wife.
To be fair, he is an axe user, so he isn't that useful in the long run anyway.
What about Hector?
The difference is that he's Hector.
Oh, right. Okay, that explains everything, actually. He's bloody Hector.
Dorcas is, of the 4 axe users, I can't remember, you get in this game, he's just not at...
I don't know why I pressed the virtual console menu.
Yeah.
But
he's not absolutely great like everyone else.
Also, just for this scene, I didn't know that this scene was here. That it was just funny to me. What is she doing here? I'm gonna ship those two. Maybe.
Yeah, no,
it's freaking possible.
There is... Just Sarah's interactions is really... and music can be really funny sometimes.
Sometimes. Given her personality, she's just freaking hilarious to me.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna mention, there's actually... And her commentary on kind of entering the passage and her doing it in Matthew's response, that pretty much summarizes their relationship, because Matthew and her have a lot of interaction too, like Urk did for a while.
I'm pretty sure that's a given that they interact a lot.
And there's actually a ROM hack which...
there is?
Yeah, which makes fun of this thing, where it's pretty much Matthew... It's a hard mode hack, so...
Oh.
Yeah. But it's pretty much just making fun of how crazy Sarah can be in general.
Was that a good move?
I would probably have waited longer, but that's because I just take the policy that you want to wait as long as possible anyway to use the buffs to see who needs them. Now, Lynn doesn't have great magic. I mean, not magic. She doesn't have great magic, but
she doesn't have magic at all.
She doesn't have really good HP growth since she's built like a Myrmidon. Just a lot of speed, a lot of
skill.
So some health is useful while she's the main lord. Once she switches to secondary lord, and it's not as useful.
Yeah, well, I just gave it to her because I normally give like the important items to lords, or unless it's like units that desperately needed it. I was actually considering either Florina or I guess Sarah to use that angelic robe. Anyone that isn't a particularly
I would
buff.
probably more suggest Florina, since if Sarah's taking damage, then something's going wrong already.
Then I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, and Matthew here is describing the Armor Slayer, which it does exactly what it does. Yup, it kills puppies. That was awful even for me.
By puppies, you mean armored units.
Yeah, armored unit puppies. That one.
I tried. You heard it here, folks. I tried to save him.
I'm awful.
So yeah, and he was also commenting that depending on who you give the weapon to, it will have different levels of effectiveness. Matthew isn't very strong, so giving him the Armor Slayer is almost a complete waste.
Unless you're good or strategize.
Unless you plan for it properly. Now, if you give it to Lynn, which is pretty much what they intend for you to do, is either to give it to Lynn or one of the two Chevaliers.
Then, well, there's your options. Definitely put it there.
Yeah, they intend for you to do it there since both they had the strength stats to somewhat make up for it.
Also, the reason why I'm using Rath for that is just to whittle him down.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's like, well, if he's level 7 and I didn't use him throughout the chapter anyway, so I might as well get some use out of him now.
I mean,
the way that I play for at this game, and I know that someone already commented on this, I am a very risky maneuver sort of guy, but it's because I try and go for, like, the best possible way for me to earn experience.
And, well, to be honest, risky maneuvers can be really beneficial. Say you're playing one of a game like Radiant Dawn, you get more bonus experience the faster you beat missions, so sometimes doing risky stuff is important. Also,
I forgot that the Radiant series actually allowed you to dedicate, you get bonus EXP out of that and you can delegate it however you want.
But, to be honest, you also don't want to use bonus experience in Radiant Dawn until you, hit a couple of max stats. Since the way bonus experience in Radiant Dawn works, more mechanic stuff I'm just throwing out, you'll always get 3 stat ups. You won't get any more, you won't get any less.
That's pretty bull.
Yeah, but say you have like 4 caps already.
Oh. Wait, how fast do they level up then?
It's only useful for certain characters, but you can end up having people max around 4 or 5 of their stats.
I just took the angelic robe. That won't do shit to me.
Not really.
Wait, what level did I put Lynn in? Oh, level 6.
Lynn...
That is a really good level up,
especially for her. More strength, which is very vital for Lynn. Lynn has some of the worst strength in the game.
Yeah, it's like...
Especially for... Even though she is built like a Myrmidon, she wants some strength.
Some strength is always useful, especially given how she's more likely to do double hits in comparison with other units. So I'll welcome more strength in that, and that was still some good level ups all around. Anyways, I mean, it boosted everything, I think, except for I think movement.
So anyway, here is Mr. Racist,
or a douche.
No, this is probably one of the few characters I do remember that was a minor character in it. Just because, I mean, he's racist. He's extremely racist.
Is racist the right term for it? Well, he
discriminates against nomadic people from the north. I'm pretty sure that could be described as racism.
Yeah, actually, that would be like relatively similar to. I don't want to get real here, but like the Native Americans, kind of.
Yeah.
In a way. So, I definitely could see that now. But yeah, he's a douche.
Yeah, I mean, he said tainted with the blood.
Because that's just an asshole move.
Yeah.
It's like, I refuse to be a part of your thing just because you're a nomad. It's like, what a douche.
Yeah, so he's a jerk.
Is
Whatever. He's pretty much trying to find an excuse to back off because he got attacked in the first place.
Yeah.
So, Rare, you also saved him, I think? I can't remember.
Kind of saved his life. I mean, his castle was on fire.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh yeah, you guys saved my life, and I was like, fuck you. Go, I'm not supporting your cause or anything, just leave my presence.
Yep.
Because I'm so fucking important.
Yeah. He's self-important, no one likes him. Let's just not see him anymore.
Yeah, at least Lynn just says, fuck
Fortunately,
you, go away.
for us, I mean, look. Sane Kane? I can't remember his name.
Sane.
Yeah, Sane. Sane says he's a jerk. And he's like the most forgiving guy out there.
Oh yeah, it's like if you're able to get him to say that the guy's a jerk, then you know that you're a terrible person.
Oh well, he's wrong in the end.
Yep, he's wrong. Oh wow. It's like, you should beg for my help. Jesus. Although, it's like, yeah, he has Rath, who is also a nomad. In fact, that's his freaking class. So,
And he is also the captain of his guard.
So, oh, well, he's pointing it out right now.
That, I mean, technically, to be even more fair, Lindis is kind of technically double nobility, since I believe her father was an important figure in her old tribe.
Yeah, he was
So,
the
and
chieftain.
Yeah, so she's technically the equivalent now. I mean, she doesn't have a tribe anymore, but technically she's inherited that. And on the other hand, she's the heir to the throne.
So, yeah, basically, you double screwed a noble.
Yeah, that's a double noble he just dissed.
So, yeah, we're burning this down to the ground.
I don't think that's fair. We'll just tax it to the ground.
Yeah.
Since he's technically the vassal of the Marquis? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Kalen, yeah, I think he's technically works for the Marquis, just he's being independent. Oh well, Rath is a cool guy. He decided to join us.
Yep, because, well, he respects us and doesn't respect him. So of course we're gonna let him join our party.
And not just because we want more people to try to keep alive.
Yeah, well, there's the desperate struggle for me.
Actually, I'm pretty sure coming up is deployment, then you don't have to worry about that as much.
I don't know if deployment happens in this chapter or not. Wait, chapter 7 is next, so...
Is that the Fog of War?
No, it's,
No, yeah, that's right.
You get, 2 significant units from that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll be saving that for the next chapter, so, yeah, tune in tomorrow where we can continue on with Fire Emblem 7.
Yep.
What, you don't want to sit on the fucking chair?
No.
Okay.
I want to sit in the air, because I want to be a genie.
Alright.